how would you explain TRUEFORCE to people? Because for me, it's not a gimmick, but it has a name and people might think it's a gimmick. It's giving more detail, but from a technical perspective, what addition is it giving over just standard force feedback?
So it's actually comprised of two elements. So the one that everyone talks about is the vibrotactile side of things. That's what we call it, vibrotactile. And there's all those higher frequency higher frequency sensations that you get from various things.
Over curbs and things
But
like
it can be anything. It can be road surface, tire noise, curbs, engine note, all those extra details. Now, the thing that often people will say to us is, you don't feel those things through a real steering wheel. You do. You genuinely do. Go back and try driving your car and just concentrate on what you feel, and you will get that sensation from the wheel. And if you try something that's really powerful, then yeah, it's noisy as hell in there, and you get all this stuff coming through the wheel. And the other thing that we get, well, people saying is, it's too noisy, it masks the other force feedback. And it really doesn't, because actually what human beings are really good at is once you establish a noise floor, if you like, we're really good at detecting subtle changes in things. So things like when you go from one road surface to another, or you can feel a slight judder coming from the tires, that's what you actually end up tuning into. And we're brilliant at that. So that's one side of it. The other side of it is the kinesthetic side of it, which is what we all know and love, those big spring forces that you get in the wheel. But where we have an advantage there as well is that it's running at 1 millisecond. That's it for both vibrotactile and kinesthetic. You've got a 1 millisecond connection, even on console, which is not normally possible. It's normally 4 or 5 milliseconds, depending on platform. And that allows the developers to have more control. We even tell them what the angle of the wheel is at the moment. And as more developers tune into that and get used to it, that will allow them actually to stop avoiding, some games have the oscillation issue around sensor. If they use it properly, they can actually avoid that.
You're not going on the straight line.